So, hi guys. I'm in a traffic jam actually really close to my house. Weird thing is, they like changed the settings on the lights here. Normally, in the past, there would never be any problem here. So, it's like really strange that now you have all these problems with the traffic here. Yeah, it's kind of bizarre. So I went to Liège, where I go a lot to the game stores. It's for work, and I just typed cash converters in Google Maps, not going to the one I usually go to, and suddenly it gives me three options. There's three cash converters around Liège, and two of them, the one the furthest away is the one he always mentions, but the other ones are ones I never get to see on Google Maps. So what the fuck is this? In any case, I wrote, because the closest one was only 8 minutes away, so right after work I went there, and what do you know, I arrived there and I see 2 blocks down is a Cash Express, which is actually the better chain for retro games. So I went in, and both had a serious awesome selection of retro games actually. In the cash converters there was not a lot I didn't already have, so I picked up some lame ass games to fill up the collection. NASCAR, Bill Elliott's NASCAR Challenge, €8. That's an American only, I believe, so it's harder to get here. And Konami Hyper Soccer, yeah, not that great, but it's just one of those games I didn't have yet. So, and in the other one, I actually found quite a lot of stuff that I wanted, so that's pretty sweet. They also had like 3 or 4 different racks of games, all with retro. Like there's some retro over there, there's some Sega retro over there, there's some Sega retro over there. So I was never like sure I saw everything. €7 arcade smash hits without manual, sadly. Yeah, not the greatest game, but for €7 it's alright. This one's pretty cool, pretty beat up case. I'll probably swap the case around, also missing its manual. Predator Concrete Jungle. This one looks really cool actually. The USA version apparently goes for quite a bit of money. The PAL version is cheaper, but still €5, not a bad deal. This is the most expensive game I bought. It's actually one of the first Game Gear Blood Up's Master System cartridges I ever owned, but I never had the box, so this is the box, no manual. Fuck. €14 that one was. This one was $3.50. Yeah, I just picked it up because it was super cheap and because it said Data East on the cover, which is a company I love. Side pocket, friggin' pool game. This is a weird one. I have the cartridge back home, but I didn't have it boxed. Box is a bit rough, but I guess I'll just swap that box out. It kind of looks like a EA case. Well, I'll swap that around, and I have a nice complete boxed copy of Outlander, which is a game that I found a loose copy once, but the cartridge, the boxed version itself, it keeps on eluding me. Another one, I also have this loose at home, but for $2.50. I mean, summer games. Oh, it's complete with the manual and everything. So that's nice. $2.50. Can't really complain. And these are actually the first games I saw. These were all in a glass case. Super happy with this one. It's the Odyssey 2 or Philips Video Pack version of Super Cobra. I think this actually goes for more than €10, but they had a sale on it, probably because not a lot of people collect Video Pack. And I wonder how the Video Pack will handle this game, because this is quite an intense game. And the Video Pack or the Odyssey 2 is, yeah, it's like a really underpowered system. This one was €4, also a game I didn't have yet, so yeah, it's one of those you don't see a lot. Rampart, so that's why I picked it. I started to drive. Yeah, so Rampart, pretty sweet deal for €4, I guess. Cards only. Okay, now the traffic is like excellent, so I'm gonna pause the video. So yeah, traffic jam was over and I was immediately able to flash home. So yeah, Rampart for €4 and then Earthworm Jim for 2 for €6. I don't have an Earthworm Jim 2. I do have it on the SNES, but not on the Mega Drive. So that's an excellent find. And this game I do already own, but my label is completely gone. Space Harrier, such a fun game. Yeah, for the Game Gear, cool version. So yeah, in total I spent, well, it wasn't cheap because these are stores, of course. On the one store, €13 for the 2 games, and in the other store, I have to calculate because he made a mistake at, he gave me an adjusted registered ticket. No, it just says. So I paid 75 minus 8 is €67 for all these games. So that's pretty sweet. Look at that stack. So next time I'm there, I'm gonna check out the other cash converters. Super sweet. Whoop. See you guys later. Hello guys, today's Tuesday. So I kind of went to the same thrift sale as I did last Friday to see if we found some more of that sweet MOTU stuff, but of course it was all gone. I didn't find anything today at the regular thrift store. At the bins though, I found half or a quarter of a Mad Dog. I have this vehicle pretty much complete, but mine doesn't have a single sticker, so if this cleans up and the color code is the same as mine, I probably use this and replace my original one just because it has actual stickers on it. So sad thing, this is all from the bins. I paid 15 cents in total. This was actually just my container to put in stuff, but yeah, I kept it, of course. Found quite some G.I.Joe pieces. Sadly a lot missing, of course. Oops. Backpack from the weapons pack. So probably last week there was a lot of G.I.Joe. Actually, this is from the Viper. I actually have the figure but not the backpack, so that's nice. A little Playmobil. This one I still have to look up. Don't know if it's actually G.I.Joe or something else. This one I know, but I don't know what from. If somebody can help me. Playmobil arm, and the rest are all just Lego pieces. Oh, and the from that board game with the spoke slot, it's called in Netherlands. I don't know what it's called, another language. And I don't know, this one kind of looks familiar, so I took him, but I don't know. These are all Lego pieces, some windows, and then a couple of Pokemon cards. Don't really collect these, but you know, I just added these because these 2003, so not really that old. Probably nothing worthwhile in here, but you know, I thought it was cool. Maybe I can somebody be happy with these cards. I don't know. Put them in when I sell something. Damn it. I'll show them to you real quick. I know Magic, but I don't know Pokemon. Am I already around? I don't know. I think so. Yeah, I saw that one definitely. This cup is also quite cool. And last in that 15 cents were these two sticker books. like My Little Pony. I know my son loves to like just put on stickers everywhere, so I got 2 of them. Pretty sweet. So that's it for the first day of thrifting. Not a great find, but still happy with the G.I. Joe stuff. I know they got in a lot of toys. They told me that last week on Thursday, but I didn't have time to go. And on Friday, I also was too late, so probably missed out on a lot of G.I. Joe stuff. But still found some of the scraps, because I doubt this was everything. There was probably like a huge G.I. Joe collection just dumped there, and it's strange, like the figures they put in bags and sell at the thrift store, but like the the backpacks and weapons and stuff like that, they just get thrown out to the bin. So that's why I go there. Well, that's it for this day. Let's see what tomorrow brings. And back to the studio. So on Tuesday, I went to the thrift store in Deurne, and I got some more of those sweet ass Power Ranger parts. This one I got in the previous episode. These are new. I got some more like the feet of the original Power Zord. Those are going to a buddy of mine. And I also got this head dropping Michelangelo, but his head is stuck inside, so I don't know how to fix this. I will have to look it up online. Probably just something jammed inside. I don't know. But still cool. It was only 75 cents. These are as well, only 75 cents. Normally they ask like 2 euros for a Power Ranger part like that. And you know how I found the saddle for Panther, Skeletor's purple tiger last week in Mortsel? On Thursday I went to the bins and it was there. The purple Panther. It's not in the best condition, but hey, it's a Panther. I'm not complaining. Put a saddle on top and put Skelly on top. Woohoo! Check him out. His function doesn't work anymore. And I showed you in that little car clip that I found all those G.I. Joe parts. Well, I just wanted to show you my Viper with his backpack and his rifle. Pretty sweet. The rifle is not the original color, but it's the mold from the original rifle. This is from a weapons pack. But hey, who cares? Then on Saturday, I went to my local thrift store here in Hoboken. It wasn't too great. I picked up Enta the Matrix. I used to have this game, but I thought it was a double. I actually bought it for the case. It was 2 euros for my Predator Concrete Jungle game, but apparently I didn't have it. Must have sold it off somewhere along the way. I also find 2 droids. This one was the best part of that movie. What was the name again? I forgot. The movie about finding the Death Star plans, and I don't even know this guy. So yeah, these will go nicely on the shelf. 150 a piece. Then Julian, my good buddy Julian, kind of saved this week. Well, I got a lot of games in the beginning of the week, but Julian has been contacting me. Oh, in this thrift store there are some good Xbox 360 games. I'm like, I call him up and I ask him to tell me the titles and pick that one up, pick that one up, pick that one up. So it's really cool. I just get to choose. And I don't even have to go to the thrift store. So these were all 2 euros a piece. Overlord 2. I have this game on the DS. I don't have the first game. I thought I had it, but I had the DS game. Looks cool, but never played it. Cars 2. Apparently it's not that bad of a game. This is actually more for my son when he gets older. This one's for me. Sonic and Sega All-Star Racing. You can even play with the guy from Shenmue, so that's pretty cool. Crash Mind Over Mutant. Not the biggest Crash Bandicoot fan, but I have this on PS2. I remember this as a PS2 game, but it's also so cool to see it on a 360. Must have been a pretty early title for the 360. Oh, 2008. Not that early. When was it released on PS2 then? Also in 2008? It's possible. I mean, I think the last game for PS2 in Europe was a FIFA 2012 or something. Gears of War 3. Never played the Gears of War series, but everybody raves about it. So now it's a good time to collect 360 games. Nobody wants these anymore. They're like €1-2 a piece. This one's pretty strange. Sonic Generations. You have two different styles of Sonic, like the classic Sonic from the 90s and the Sonic Adventure style Sonic. I thought I remember reading that this was a pretty okay game. We'll have to check it out. And Dead Space 3, another one of those typical series from the 360 era. Apparently they're also pretty good, so this is the first one I got. I have the Wii game, which is totally a different style of game. So, and a couple of days later, Julian calls me again. Hey, they have some Vita games here. I said, what? Pick them up. Also €2 a piece. They had like 7 or 8 games. Most of the titles were pretty bad, like FIFA games, stuff like that. So, not really psyched about those, but Soul Sacrifice, we'll pick that up. Can't be too bad. And this one I traded Julian because he was originally tempted to keep this for himself, the bastard. I traded him that copy of Breath of the Wild for the Wii U that I had double for this cool game. Street Fighter versus Tekken. And then another buddy of mine who also follows the channel. I don't know if I'm allowed to say his name on the channel, so I won't do it. But he sent me a picture that they had in Action, which is like a reseller of cheap stuff, but they sometimes have cool product at lower prices, a bit like the dollar store in the USA, I guess. Discounter, a big discounter. They had Starlink for €7.50. And Julian went there the next day, I guess, and he picked up for me the Switch version. I don't have a Switch yet, but I just wanted it for the R-Wing, of course. Was kind of tempted to get the PS4 version just for the game, to play the game, but because the game actually looks pretty cool. But you know, that plastic R-Wing, that's going on the shelf. And then on Saturday, I think, or was it Sunday? No, Saturday probably. Julian called me again. I was like, God, more money than I'm gonna spend. And this time it was in the cash converters in Antwerp. And he said they have some sweet Atari Lynx games here. And I said, okay, give me the titles. Most of the time I got a pretty big selection of Atari Lynx games because it was my first console back when I was 8 years old. I think I got it for my birthday. So over the years I bought lots of games for it, but of all the games he mentioned, there were 2 games I not yet have and really wanted. Toki, which is an arcade platformer. I already have it on the Mega Drive, of course. Excellent game, really hard. Strangely enough, these games were like plastified, these boxes, the cardboard, and then they were put in like an NES rental case. So, okay. The guy who owned this before us really took care of his games. These were sadly €20 a piece, but you know, it's not every day that you find Atari Lynx games. Now, is it? And Rampage. I'm not the biggest Rampage fan, but it is a cool series, and to get it on the Lynx because it's actually an Atari game, it's pretty sweet. I also love the fact that all the Lynx games focus, it's not gonna has winners don't use drugs on it. When I was like 8 years old, I was like, huh, what? I'm 8 years, why would I use drugs? So, I guess this is it for this week. What was your favorite pickup? Please let me know in the comments down below. Well, catch you guys next week. See you later. Bye.